What's up? Welcome to my channel. This is Blue Butterfly Mystic, and I am Kate. Today we're going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to try to do a short-ish message. I do kind of ramble on at times, and if you watch my channel, then you probably already know that. Um, Today's overall goal is to be enlightening, encouraging, um, definitely entertaining. You'll definitely have some of that. And I guess what I should say, what Spirit's leading me to say, is today we're going to talk about courage. And courage is when you are scared to do something and you do it anyway. Uh, which kind of brings me to the hello, here's my face. Y'all really don't know how much I it's hard for me to even say. This was I'm gonna get choked up. It was very hard for me to bring my whole self uh, to the public eye. And it's crazy to think about because like as a child I sang in chorus and at state fair shows and singing competitions and um, definitely the least bashful child of my family. And as I grew older, it's strange. Like I got more shy, but they're taking me back to when I did my very first recorded tarot reading, and all you could see was my hands, and I was terrified to do that. Um, and here we are. I've really been struggling with my request from Spirit, which has been to share my full authentic self with the world. And I'm big enough to say that uh, one of my biggest struggles is the persecution is coming to mind, but um, those niggling thoughts in the back of my mind, the ones that are like, what if they don't like me? What if they don't want to listen to my message? What if I'm too weird for them? Because, like, definitely a weirdo. Um, in the best sense, I'd like to think. Uh, we're all mad here, like, love Alice in Wonderland. But as you can see, like, I talk with my hands a lot and I'm very expressive with my face. Um, with this being the debut, I did actually, like, throw some makeup on. Um, but just being able to get on here 333 on the timer and talk openly, and be myself and talk like I'm talking to a friend. And that's the kind of environment, that's the kind of space that I want to create for my viewers, is comfortability, warmth and welcomeness. Like I want it to be like you're coming to hang out with your homie and we're kicking it talking about spiritual stuff or life or whatever the case may be for the day. You know what I'm saying? Again, a weird quirk of mine. So with that being said, um, I want to say that self love has been a really big thing for me, and I don't mean like in a selfish way. I mean really taking time to carve out a piece of your day or a piece of your week or both, because honestly, one of the best quotes I've ever heard was, I want to say, and I hope I say it correctly, love is incomplete unless it starts from within. And that, in and of itself, brought clarity to the old cliche, you can't love anybody unless you love yourself, which is true. But once I heard love is incomplete unless it starts from within, it really gave me a better understanding of that saying. And what I learned is that when we are burning ourselves out, when we load our plates up with too much, and we don't do things that make us happy, somebody doesn't want me to say this. We don't do things that make us happy. Um, we're no good to anybody else. Um, and that's not a good place to be, because, like myself, I have very high expectations. I hold myself to a very high standard. I pride myself in being honest and integral and a good person. And I really, truly try to be the embodiment and the example of unconditional love to myself, to my kids, to strangers walking on the street. And if you have made it this far through the video, this is honestly just confirmation for you, because I am a manifestation of your consciousness, uh, that it is time. Spirit says it is time to take a leap of faith. It is time for transformation. You are ready. There is nothing that you can't do. You are the co-creator of your reality. But have you ever actually sat down and asked yourself, what makes me happy? What do I like to do? We get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, and kids and jobs, and our normal everyday responsibilities, chores, all the things that I love to do. um but when we bog ourselves down with all of that and we don't make time for ourselves, um our gears kind of grind to a halt and we get burnout. And in order to love ourselves, we have to literally love on ourselves. You know, um, an example. Um, so I want to say a little over a year ago, and this is a very personal story for me. Hopefully, I don't trigger anybody, but I was actually diagnosed with a lot of mental health um, disorders, illnesses. Comment down below if I know there's a difference, but um, we can talk about chronic PTSD. I'm sorry, yeah, see, PTSD, um, chronic depression, chronic anxiety, social anxiety, literally going out in public, terrified me, to the point where I didn't leave the house. There was a point literally this time last year, I did not leave the house for 3 months solid, because I did not want to be out there with people. I'm not a peoply person. Well, I wasn't at the time, and I'm still kind of but um, I can handle it a lot better now, because I understand the energy, and I understand that I have to shield myself from people's negative vibrations. And anyways, so all of those things were piled on top of me. I was on all kinds of medicine, and I see, somebody needs to hear this, because my throat chakra is somebody's trying to stop it. So that means that I'm doing the right thing, and that makes me even more happy. Um, Back on topic, because I do that a lot. Um, I was going to therapy, and that's when I started learning about cognitive behavioral therapy. I started reading a lot of books. And um, one of the things that kind of took me out of that like chaotic mindset where I just felt paralyzed, I felt stuck a lot during the day. And, like, I'm honest enough to say that, even being a mom of three and my baby at the time was one, um, I, if it wasn't for having to get up to feed my baby, change my baby, I mean, like, I wasn't even taking care of myself. And the only thing that would calm my mind was coloring. It is a conscious activity when we are creative, when we draw, when we color, when we write, journal, sing. Uh, if you're a male, like building things, working on cars, something that puts you in the conscious moment. Um, yeah, I definitely say a lot too. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry for saying sorry. Do you guys do that too? Holy crap. Um, but it really gave me an exit. It allowed me to clear my mind a little bit. And every time I'd start feeling that vibration inside of me where I was feeling anxiety, I would get out my coloring book and I would just color a little bit. And when I would start to come back down, I'd be able to like organize my thoughts a little bit more and more. Well, once I was able to start organizing my thoughts a little more, I was like, okay, self, we're gonna get ourselves out of this funk that we're in, figuratively and literally, because I was not taking care of myself like I should have been. And one of the things that I promised myself I was gonna do was start washing my face. Uh, and if I and I made like contingency plans for like if I was having a low energy day, I was at least like using a makeup wipe, and moisturizing, and making sure that I was showering at least every other day. Um, Most people would find that embarrassing to say, but anybody who has been through severe depression, I know you know where I'm coming from. And one, two, ooh, I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, Somebody that is listening needs to know that it's okay. Okay, you are not alone. You are so loved by the universe, and that unique person that you are deserves so much love and happiness. That happiness starts within. So, on the lights just flickered. I don't know if anybody saw that. Um, I'm sorry, my mind kind of trailed off. There's an affirmation for today. Um, I'm gonna cut this video kind of short because, like, dude, I got a lot to talk about. There's My entire journey has been like one transformation after another. Um, there have been so many synchronicities. There's been so many things that I've seen that I can't explain. And I've never met another person like me, like in real life, that I haven't talked on the phone with or like seen YouTube videos or, I did actually get to talk to one of my favorite readers. By the way, you should totally check out their channel. The Twin Flame Preachers, Fiery Grace and Mr. Lightwork are on point. Because if you're resonating with me, then you'll probably like resonate with them too if you uh, consider yourself on the twin flame journey. Um, but I want to give you guys this affirmation, and I want you to know that this was one of the hardest things for me to do. Uh, Telling myself I loved myself, telling myself that I was proud of the person I was, and that I was okay with the person I was, the mistakes that I'd made, the good parts, the ugly parts, um, everything. It was easy to say to myself, just to self, hey, self. But the moment that I try to get in front of a mirror and tell myself, I love you, you are beautiful, you are abundant, you are worthy of happiness, and you are worthy of love, you are worthy of the life that you want. It brought me to tears. And I'm not going to lie, I still struggle with that. So hopefully, today you will join me in practicing this affirmation, which is I love who I am, and I especially love who I'm becoming. And that right there, like, I could just feel like the energy is just so beautiful. I can feel a lot of healing coming from that. This journey is not for the faint of heart. Just a side note. And I'm no expert. I don't claim to be. I'm just here to share my personal experiences and help encourage and guide anybody else who has been through the same things that I've been through. So, with that being said, ooh, I did want to mention, you'll know this reading is for you if you've been seeing a lot of cardinals or blue jays, um, white feathers, or yellow butterflies. Those have been really big. Um, Fire energy is really big right now. I got my candles going. Spirit says candle gazing, meditation. Meditation was really what cracked me open. So you can take this little nugget of a video, and I hope that whoever was meant to hear it, that whoever you are on the other side of this video, that you received it. I hope that you come back and you sit with me and we vibe, and that I can share with you my own personal experiences, uh, because they have been something, and we will get into that later. But just know that you're not alone, and the universe loves you, God loves you, whichever you prefer to use, spirit, and I love you, and we are all in this together. We are all one consciousness having separate experiences from different perspectives, and nobody is any better nor less. Nobody can judge you. And the only person that even can is you. So it's time to show yourself some grace and a little bit of self-love. And I'm sending you lots of love and hugs and just positive vibrations. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I hope that my ridiculousness helped brighten your day. And I'll see you later.